Okay. Good morning, children. Welcome to the class. Today, I will go and I will discuss with you about lithosphere of 8th standard. Yes. Children, there were four important spheres on the earth: lithosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere. These are. In the last class, we have discussed about our living planet, Earth. Earth is a unique planet, blue planet, watery planet. These are all other names were given. Due to the name of the earth given, best topic today we are discussing lithosphere. So now I will go directly to the topic is lithosphere. What is this? Lithosphere means the uppermost layer of the earth is known as lithosphere. The uppermost solid layer of the earth is known as lithosphere. Lithos means rock. Lithos means rock. Lithosphere is very thick in the continental crust and quite thick in the ocean or sea floor or sea crust. Lithosphere basically which is consists of rock, soil, minerals and other materials are common in the lithosphere. And also lithosphere is the life supporting sphere with the help of hydrosphere and biosphere. So life exists on this sphere. Life form. All are existed on this lithosphere with the help of the hydrosphere and biosphere. Like the lithosphere is a very important sphere. For that reason, we are discussing about lithosphere. Yes. Now we will go and discuss about interior of the earth, interior and composition of the earth. Interior of our earth. Students, earth is the more than 4.6 billion years old. From that time till today, it is having changed in the process. Human being from that time eager to understand the process of the changes of the earth. So, for that purpose, various studies and research were took over by the human being to understand the process of change of the earth. So, interior of the earth, process of change of interior of the earth. pressure, minerals, rocks, chemicals, and other all are deposited inside. So these are all deposited inside from the 10 to 11 kilometers from surface. Beyond these kilometers, where we are going, there is a difficulty to go inside of the earth due to the increase of temperature. Every 1 degree Celsius of temperature increases every 32 meters. Every 32 meters of interior, 1 degree Celsius of temperature increase inside of the earth. Due to that reason, there is a difficulty to understand inside of the earth. Instead, this we are dependent upon indirect evidences to understand the interior of the earth. There were seismic waves, volcanoes, and other eruptions are all help for understand the interior of the earth due to the chemical composition, physical deposition, materials, rocks, and these are all compound inside of the earth. We can understand there are 3 main layers of the earth. They are crust, mantle, and core. So these are all 3 interior parts of the earth. We will go and discuss about this. So there are 3 parts inside of the earth. Crust, mantle, core. These are all 3 important parts of the interior of the earth. Yes, this is a simple picture of the interior of the earth. First one is a crust. Second one is a mantle. The third one is a core. Crust, mantle, and core. Yes, children. First, I will take and discuss with you about these 3 or crust, mantle, and core. Crust. It is the first layer of the interior of the earth, and which is compound of aluminum and magnesium. These are all 2 main materials in the crust. And this crust extended from surface 60 km. It is extended up to 60 km from the surface. And this crust can be divided into two parts, upper crust and lower crust. Upper crust is known as Seol, and lower crust is known as Sima, which is silica and aluminum, silica and magnesium, the two parts which are consist in the crust. First one Seol and second one Sima. Uppermost layer is the continental crust, lowermost which is called the oceanic crust, oceanic layer. So Seol and Sima, crust which consists of aluminum and magnesium. Upper crust which have silica and aluminum. Lower crust which have silica and magnesium. So it is known as Sima and it is known as Seol. So this is earth crust. Uppermost of the earth is known as crust. It is the first part. Next, second one is a mantle. Second part of the interior of the earth is a mantle, and this mantle extended from the surface 2,900 kilometers. It is extended from 2,900 kilometer mantle, and this mantle which have molten state material or semi-liquid material. Molten state material or a semi-liquid material, and this mantle have also ridged and hardened rocks, and this mantle also can be divided into two: upper mantle and lower mantle. Upper mantle, it is known as asthenosphere. Asthenosphere. Upper mantle is known as asthenosphere. And lower mantle is known as mesosphere. Upper mantle is known as asthenosphere. Lower mantle is known as mesosphere. Upper mantle which consists of solid condition, and lower mantle consists of liquid condition. Upper mantle which consists of solid condition, lower mantle which consists of liquid condition. The two materials are inside of the mantle. In this mantle, minute, semi-liquid or molten state material are in this mantle. And nextly, there is a separation part between the crust and mantle. This is known as Gutenberg discontinuity. Listen, this one, Gutenberg discontinuity, this part. And next, this part is known as Mehanovicic discontinuity or MOHO. That part separate this one. Right. So this is a mantle. Next one, core. It is a interior part of the earth. This core extended up to It is the last part of the interior of the earth. And this core have two materials. They are called nickel and ferrous. So it is known as Nephene. Nephene. Nickel and ferrous. Ferrous means iron. So core which consists of nickel and ferrous. So it is known as Nephene. And this core is also divided into two parts. They are called upper core and lower core. Upper core, it is the liquid condition, and lower core, which is in the solid condition. So the two parts in the core, they are crust, mantle and core are the main three parts in interior of the earth. Okay children, now I will go and discuss other point is rocks. Rock. Rocks. It means the solid inorganic substances are known as rocks. Yes, once again, the solid inorganic substances are known as rock. Basically, there are three types of rocks. One, igneous rock. Sedimentary rock. Metamorphic rock. Basically, these are three types: igneous rock, sedimentary rock, and metamorphic rock. These are all three types of rocks. First one, igneous rock. Igneous rocks, it is derived from a Latin word called ignis. Igneous rock, it is derived from the Latin word called ignis. Ignis. Igneous rocks, it derived from the Latin word called ignis. In from Sanskrit, it is also called fire. Sanskrit, it is also called fire. Right. Igneous rock, it is formed by the molten materials which are erupted from the surface. That rocks were called igneous rocks. Molten steel materials or in mantle. So from this place, the molten materials are erupted on surface. Due to the molten materials, this type of rocks are formed. And these rocks are also called primary rocks. Igneous rocks are also called primary rocks. And these rocks are formed by the molten materials or erupted from mantle, right? So igneous rocks are formed first in the earth's surface. So these rocks are known as primary rocks. Basically there are two types in igneous rocks. There were intrusive igneous rocks, intrusive and extrusive. Intrusive rock and extrusive rock. Intrusive igneous rocks and extrusive igneous rocks we learn. Intrusive igneous rocks means the molten materials could not reach the surface. Below the surface, this type of rocks are formed. That type of rocks are called intrusive rock. See, the molten materials could not reach the surface. Below the surface, the molten materials converted into solid. The molten solid materials are called as intrusive igneous rocks. For example, diamond and other. And extrusive igneous rocks means the molten materials are reach the surface. After this molten materials solidified. So that type of rocks are called extrusive igneous rocks. For example, graphite and etc. So once again, intrusive igneous rocks means the molten material could not reach the surface. Below the surface, the molten materials could be solidified. That rock are called intrusive rock. Example, diamond. Extrusive rock means the molten material reached the surface after they are solidified. That rocks are called extrusive rock. Graphite example. So these are two types of igneous rocks. So children, we learn about mantle. Molten state materials are called mantle, or semi-liquid materials are called mantle. The hard or solid molten state materials are called lava. Right? These are two parts in the volcanoes. We will learn them later. Okay, these are all igneous rocks. Nextly, sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock, this word derived from the Latin word called sedimentum. This sedimentary rock are also called secondary rock. And these sedimentary rocks are formed by the agents of river, sea waves, ice and other liquid materials. So after this sedimentary rock also formed by after formation of igneous rocks, river, sea waves, ice, that liquid broken the igneous rocks and keep with them and settle down in the lake, rivers, ponds and other places. So these rocks called sedimentary rock, secondary rock. So this sedimentary rock can be classified into basically three: chemically formed sedimentary rock, mechanically formed sedimentary rock, biologically formed sedimentary rock. Chemically formed, mechanically formed, biologically formed sedimentary rock. These are three types. Chemically, mechanically, biologically. Chemically formed sedimentary rock means due to the evaporation of water, the rocks formed called as chemically formed sedimentary rock. Mechanically formed sedimentary rock, that means biologically formed sedimentary rock, it means shells on the sea and the river. So these are called the biologically formed sedimentary rock. Okay, in the next class I will take up and discuss once more again this sedimentary rock.